Should mind my step.
Greetings, citizen. I trust you are enjoying the city.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Won't be. You don't look the posh sort. Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates! Special permission!
You're good to go.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
From Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Lord Gortash is expecting. Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Calm down, dear.
I ain't saying nothing to nobody until I've had my trial.
No time to talk. I have clients to brief, and they're as sharp as spoons. Just one more time.
Oh, leave it out. I've got a trial coming up, and I need to rememberize my lines.
What are you waiting for? You heard anything about what it's like in the prisons? Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Are they going to arrest us?
It's the waiting that's hard. If we could just talk to one of the fists, it would be as clear as day that we're not criminals.
Is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Calm down, dear. This is the armory, not a bloody open house. Fists only. Now clear off. Trade? Do I look like a shopkeeper? This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist. I bloody wasn't. too busy ordering more of those mechanical monstrosities to tell me. I suppose you can take a look, but make it quick. Stay sharp, stranger. In these times, all we can trust are the blades in our hands.
Is expecting you.
We'll tell them
Now
what
please make your way to the audience chamber.
They say Gortash won't be king, but that pomp upstairs sure sounds like a coronation.
Oh dear. I don't know.
The Flaming Fist don't stand for trouble, so stay out of it, yeah? The house was on fire. We were
Hire 2 dozen more.
I spoke to a girl. Entered the house before the fire started.
My friend means to say is that the witness must have been
Down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
probably a drunk.
Oh, I can't really glaze that pig's the eye.
I almost believe it.
We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time. I don't know, dear. I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
The guard is fast asleep.
Bathed in a tendy. Eat all the onions. Old man Otto. Back here again. Cell stinks like an old cabbage. 3 bowls of the stew.
The guard is
Bathed in a tendy. What now? Goodness, how embarrassing. I had a heavy lunch. Welcome to Worms Rock Prison, the Fifth Nail Wee Jail. What's your business? Well, that was a most unusual of circumstances, being what they are. Hang on, I'll let you through. Well, in you go. And don't feed the prisoners. Makes them cocky.
guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell.
What are you doing? We cannot defeat the brain without that stone.
Deafening silence. Did Wint be speaking? How, Malapert? Must thou stareth so?
The enchantment is clearly the work of an advanced caster. The body may have wasted away, but the mind that inhabited it is imprinted on the skull.
Nay, sir, hides within me. I am merely a skull, nay more and nay less. I call myself Marvin. Thou mayst do the same. Unfortunate, nay, ineluctable, perchance inevitable, to be confined in such immuring quarters. Thou wishest to escape the confines of this prison, doth thou not? I can helpest thee for the cost of 2 riddles. Answer me true, and I shall teleport thee to safety. Answer me false, and I shall teleport thee near the guards. Such is mine own will. Once I did occupy this very prison after a night of most bacchanalian debauchery. I possessed the spirit of a gleeker and the art of a wizard. The merriment laid before thee is born of trifling jest, wizardry, and whiskey. We beginneth to delight. I fly, yet not through the firmament. I bidst and biddeth and bidst farewell at night, and welcome thee in the morn. I am part of thee, and follow whither thou guideth. I am clothed and claddened all in black, and flee the light. Yet apart, I wouldst be naught. Name me. Marvelous deduction, a shadow forsooth, and anon, riddle the second. I am battered, but never did bow. Mine coronet bears the blunt of endless blades, but I can never move. I never did sweat, even when the summertide sun didst fully heateth mine brow. Name me. An anvil, forsooth, thou hast maketh me most fustian. Is't thy will to forsake this decrepit cell? Hence with thee, then. Savor thy freedom, for thou cannot claim still. Away!
The guard prepares to attack. Fugitives are to be killed on sight.
Into battle. I am fury. I am death. My path be true. On my way.
Impero.
I am fury. I am death. On the move.
Still on my feet.
Not but another harvest. We do what we must. Swift and lethal. Worth examining. Got to concentrate. Strike hard, strike fast.
Still breathing, despite everything. Best be on my way.
The work is never done.
What to do?
Do what must be done.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Never wanted the easy path.
What do you want? I don't need to escape. I've got food, water, privacy, and I mean to keep it that way. Oh, for Balduran's sake, leave an old man in peace. Oh, for Baldur...
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
No time to rest.
Blackets will be done.
No one's stopped me yet. If not over, then through.
Assume nothing.
Up now. These boots have seen everything.
Enough waiting. I crave blood. Objective noted.
Let's get on with it.
Always nice to be wanted.
All right, what now?
Assume nothing.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Don't waste a step.
Avoid that trap.
What's that? What's that?
I'm way too big.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Your words are enough to resolve the matter. Still, you need to leave. Should you transgress again, your efforts to talk yourself out of trouble will be of little use.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Except if you're a criminal.
In the games of generals and dukes.
Is expecting you.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company, if you're sure. Fine.
Hey, soldier.
Hell.
How can I... Chook. As you say.
Vlak. But Lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. That's the spirit.
Let's get going. A hero at heart. Never a dull moment.
Lord
Good,
Gortash
that's
is
great light on
expecting
the
you.
side. That should
Please
tell you
make
something.
your way to the audience. Is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
We'll tell them what happened. What is it this time?
Probably a drop.
You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here.
We were
What are they waiting for?
Still alive. So that's progress.
I don't know, dear.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither.
Sorry, these dukes are working me to the bone.
What? You hear? Milady says Absolute's army's on the march. There's watchers. We'll hold the line. You best believe.
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining? It is unnerving.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about.
Hear that, Nop? Lord Gortash has them talking. A credit to our city's ingenuity.
They're a true miracle of engineering.
Ha! It'll be a miracle if they're still working in Attendare.
Lord Shattershield says Gortash won't be letting outsiders in. Good thinking, you ask me.
Elturel's exiles, cast out by their own city.
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
You're free to explore, within reason.
Not as exhausting as all that boot kissing you've been doing.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you're not the master. Just as well.
Lady Anna says the Absolute's army won't be causing trouble for Gortash.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
I'm not sure I believe
Please
her.
make your way to the
Does it
audience
really matter?
chamber.
Head up, chest out. Lord Portier could descend any moment.
Just dust on.
Lord, Archduke, God. I'll call Gortash what he wants, as long as Lord Shattershield pays me for all this waiting around.
Bruff's babbling, no time to talk.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Shut your mouth!
Lord Gortash is
Something's not
expecting
right about those steel.
Best behaviour around here. Understood?
Don't cause any trouble, all right? It's not worth it.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please
Keep those feet moving.
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit.
Flaming Fist Barracks. Authorized personnel only.
He wasn't even there.
Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. I'm no thief. I was going to pay it back. Eventually. I needed the gold. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke. Not by boat. It's the army marching towards us that makes things dangerous. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. Really? You'll just give it to me? Look. Hidden up on the roof, you'll find all the stuff I stole. You can have it. Thank you. I'll never forget this. Never.
Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Chamber. Gortash is expecting you.
Almost just dust on the board.
The audience chamber.
What happens next is out of our hands.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your...
Don't like the look of this Gortash fellow. But don't you tell him I said that.
Silence! I don't want to miss a single word.
I beg your pardon, but have some decorum.
Do
mind your manners.
Aye. The council is unanimous. Let our wars begun.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlak. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
You're asking a lot. But I can wait. For a while, at least. Let's get Baldur's Gate safe. Then rip his throat out.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlak, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters. But she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hells?
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Our tyranny. And we are saviors. Defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. More importantly, just. Now, come. Be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Archduke Gortash. Now there's a man who knows good business.
First act as Archduke, my lord.
To prepare an army.
Archduke Gortash, man of the people. The right people.
An Archduke! Finally, someone who can stand up to those wretched absolutists.
Ravengard has not once failed this city. If he trusts Gortash, then so do I.
Dearest Karlak, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
Well, that's it. That's all you have to say to me.
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
What can protect us? What then?
The Flaming Fist stand ready, with Gortash at the head. they can't fail.
Ravengard.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
Ravengard, the real Ravengard, is in there somewhere. We can't give up on him.
Have we finished then?
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Pardon me for saying, Archduke. What do the people require?
Her son will rise.
Everything's such a bother.
I am at my lady's service, and hers alone.
The city is only as strong as its walls. Gortash understands this.
Does it really matter?
Meaning?
Meaning that in the games of generals and troops, we're not even pawns, just dust on the board.
Did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Toril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Please.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
A devil will come for her due. Mizora is no different. Whatever it is she comes to offer, whatever choice Will makes, someone will suffer. Count on it. I'm listening.
Mizora. I'd take anything she says with a grain of salt. But with her claws as deep in our business as they are, I guess we can't ignore her completely.
I had no wish to lose Will, but my, it would have been nice to flush her into the colony's flesh pit. Ask it. I've learned not to unpick the legends so many have woven around our name. Seeing the hope die in a romantic's eyes, it is only funny the first few dozen times. Some call the Harpers heroes. Others, petty meddlers who cannot help but stick their nose into every conflict they stumble across. The truth is in there somewhere. We try to work towards a common balance. If every other faction finds us equally annoying, that is probably a sign that we are succeeding. No. No, thank you. Let the wiser members of my order wrinkle their brows over that particular phrase. In all my years fighting for the Harpers, I am still never certain what the greater good means. I've learned to be content with, well, that was not so bad as it might have been. You might say that. I left their service and swore never to return. Multiple times, if I recall. It is easy to get tired of the intrigue. The high causes shrouded in secrecy. I thought I might find another way to be of use to the world. And for a time I did. But my comrades would use a rather irritating phrase. A harper never leaves the chorus. She simply goes to spread the song. Meaning that whatever cause I turned my hand to, there I would find them. Harpers, stuffed with their own virtue, but always there. Always trying to help. So I returned to the fold. Returned to the city. Eventually they hung a title around my neck. High Harper. And I still do not know how to play one. If I wanted to spare Geraldus the same headaches, well, you now know why I needed him to be sure this is the life he wants. But you're staring. Which means the tadpole has finally eaten your brain. Or have I been talking too much? Either way, time to move, no?
I don't relish the idea of Mizora visiting our camp, let alone offering us anything resembling a deal. When the devils start approaching you, you know you're in deep.